This is a video on how to track down buyers. So what you're going to do is your first step, you're going to go to search.jeffersondeeds.com/index, or you can go to /name. It'll take you directly to the page. You're going to search the hard money lenders in town, and the first one we're going to start with is SurePoint. They have a unique one. You're going to go to mortgage in the instrument type, and we're going to do a search back to the beginning of the year. You can click execute search, and it's being fickle today for some reason. SurePoint. There's the beginning of the year. Maybe I messed it up. Should have mortgage. And now let's execute search. Here's SurePoint equity, but we're just going to search SurePoint. Going to go to view. This one's really easy. Here's the buyer right at the top. Oak Tree Properties. This is their mailing address, and this is the property they bought. If you want to get the person's name, they may have it down here at the bottom. Mark Lynch. So what you're going to do is you're going to take Mark Lynch, this address, there's the mailing address for Mark Lynch, and here's the address of the property. Okay. Next one, we're going to do Lending. All the same information, beginning of the year, and then mortgage is Lending. Check all. Going to go to VL Properties. You're going to scroll down beyond page 17 to the 1 to 4 family rider. There's the purchase address right there, and there's the name of the buyer. Now we don't have a mailing address, so we got to hunt that down. So we need, this would be the buyer's name. This is the address that he bought. Next, we're going to do Flippin' Loans. It's another hard money lender in town. But all we're going to put in is Flippin', because they had so many variations. Still the beginning of the year, still mortgage, execute search, check all names. You can see they had a whole bunch of variety of names that they entered in here. Some of these are duplicates. So here's Santiago Cruz, Oyage Enterprises. So you just have to be careful not to enter duplicates. We'll start off with Oyage. You're going to scroll down to page 17. There's that, and then get down to the rider. Here's the family rider. There's the property they bought. Here is the name of the buyer. If for some reason that's not in here, there's a balloon rider. Here is the property that they bought, and here is the name of the person. And all of these are circled on the instruction sheet as well. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go into, and here I've already done one. We're going to go in here, and here's the first name. So you're going to enter Jordan Peterson. We don't have his mailing address, but we do have a property address. So here's Jordan Peterson. We've entered that. And here is the address that he bought. 4605 Cod Drive. All these are going to be in Louisville. You can enter the other. If it says Shively or something like that, Louisville is still fine, but you can put Shively in there. So we've got that in there now. So what we don't have, though, is his mailing address. So we've got to hunt Jordan Patterson down at Oyage Enterprises. So what we're going to do is you would come, and I was working on this beforehand. You're going to get to the KY Secretary of State business lookup. And this link is in the instructions as well. We go to organization, and we're going to put Oyage. Just a few letters, just enough to get a search in. And here is Oyage Enterprises. Here is Jordan Patterson. That says Patterson. Which one am I wrong? Oh, I spelled it wrong. So got to make sure that's right. Patterson. Jordan Patterson. And here is his mailing address. 140 West Washington, apartment 408. He is in Louisville, in Kentucky, 40202. Now, that's how you would hunt that person down and get their buyer information into the spreadsheet. Now, for a moment, we're going to play pretend. Let's go back and do a quick search. Sometimes these properties, especially the further back we go, the less where you're going to find out that the people have already sold the property and they're not going to be at the very beginning. So let's do one from let's do one going back to the beginning of 2019. Whoops. 01/01 2019 to 01/01 /31 2019. Now this should give us Lending and a list of property owners. So they did 4 loans back in January. We want to see what those are. And let's hope that these people have been successful and sold it. So here we are. We get down to page 17, and then here's the foreign family rider. Here's the property they bought, and here is Marcus Anderson, the member. Okay, so we can go in there and we can find that information, but let's say for some reason we can't find it in here. Okay, we're going to go to the PVA, and we're going to do this to find the buyer's address if the home is personally owned. So let's say what this means is we got into the Kentucky Secretary of State's website, and this address, the address that we were looking for, this address was also this address. That's not what we want. We're looking for, because hopefully he has sold this property. We want to make sure he's not living there. That's not a buyer that we're interested in. We want to know a buyer that's going to sell. So what we have to do is then go to the PVA, and we're going to enter this address, 4100 Burrell Drive. And I know this, I've run into this on a couple of properties where the address bought is also the mailing address that they put on here. Okay, well clearly at this point, Marcus Anderson is no longer the owner of this property. And so what you can do this one of two ways. You scroll down here, you can see Focused Holdings sold them the property. Focused Holdings. So here it is. Where was it? Sales history. Focused Holdings sold the new owners, which are listed up here, the property. And so that deed is right here. And in case they use the address is the same, you can go into the deed, and where's Focus? Here's Focused Holdings, and it states his mailing address right here. P.O. Box 58771, Louisville, Kentucky 40268. And so in this instance, I'm sure that this is what it was without looking it up, but you want to make sure that this is a P.O. box, or you want to make sure it's not the address of the property that they bought. So just to double check ourselves, go into the Kentucky Secretary of State. We're going to make sure that Focused Holdings doesn't have a couple addresses. We don't have to do this. As soon as we've got an address, we're good. Focused H, there's Focused Holdings, and he is at this address, Mark's address, right there. That doesn't work. He may have changed it. Here's the principal address right there. This is the owner, and this probably works. It's probably a UPS box, but this is where his mail is going to go to, 40268, which is also right here, the mailing address. Specifically, the deed says the mailing address is P.O. Box 58771. And so these are ways that you can find the actual mailing address of these buyers. Once you've got that information, you'll take it, you'll enter the first name, last name, mailing address, city, property address, and then we'll be able to skip trace it.